Hey y'all, hey, what's up everybody? What's up everybody? Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl A. We came to talk shit today. What's up everybody? What's up? I hope everybody's having like a great day whenever you watching this, whenever, you know what I'm saying? Great day, great evening, great week. Girl, listen, I want the best for everybody, okay? The best. Great evening, great day, great afternoon, great life. Girl, what? What's up? What's up, divas? What's up, divos? It's your girl April, and I'm back for another Real Talk, okay? You know what time it is. It's already Real Talk Wednesday. Girl, the time goes by. Where does the time really go? Like, on some real shit, like, time has really, like, been swept from underneath my feet. Like, I cannot I cannot really believe how fast time goes. Because when you look at today, it's gonna be next week. Like it goes. And then you know what? I think when I look at my grandkids, that's like a symbol of growth and time flying by. Like it just feels like just yesterday when my grandson was like a baby and he's 10, okay? And then just like with my granddaughter, she is 3 and it just feels like she was just born. Like time really goes by. But anyway, other than that, you guys, I hope y'all are having like a great week. Listen, what I say, stay positive, you know what I'm saying? Stay out the way, stay blessed, be motivated, all that good stuff. Like I really be trying to stay positive, although there's some people that will really get you down. But other than that, girl, listen, let me tell y'all, okay? Let me tell y'all. Now, I don't have my little turban on today because I'm gonna do a video after this. I gotta do a retry on, meaning I got to retry on some shit. Like I did these try on videos Friday, okay? I did one for Shein and I did one for this other company called Dressing. Now, with all of the outfits, there were like 14, well, I got 10 items from Dressing and I think like 8 or 9 from Shein. So just that's a lot to be putting on and off. By the time I finished, my legs were so tired. I felt so exhausted, like literally exhausted. And on Friday, I put my hair purposely in a ponytail and added a little ponytail piece to it so that way I wouldn't have to fight and be just irritated with the wig. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like seriously, like I remember telling y'all like a few weeks back that I had did a try on and I decided to wear this wig and I also decided to use the Even New York hairspray in the red can because it said for active. So, you know, I was kind of getting active. I was changing my clothes, girl. When I tell you that fucking hairspray did not help me, I was sweating. I had the lights on me, girl, and I wasn't even being active. But when I tell you the wig was lifting during my try on, I was so irritated. So I purposely gave myself a ponytail this past Friday. I didn't do nothing but try clothes on all fucking day. And when I tell you, it felt like I had been walking from here to San Diego, I was that exhausted. And so when I went back to look at some of the like the video and the footage and the pictures, I was so disgusted with myself. Like, listen, let me tell y'all something. I have been trying so hard and long to be comfortable in my plus size body. Now, mind you, I have never been a skinny girl. I lost weight. Maybe I was skinny at a time before I had kids, you know what I'm saying? And even after the first one or the second one, I was still like a thin, very thin girl. I didn't have no ass. I didn't have anything. But after 3, 4, and 5, girl, it just, you know, anyway. So like I said, I tried to be very comfortable in my plus size body. Even when I lost the weight like a few years back, all that weight I lost like 5, 6 years ago, I wasn't thin, but I wasn't thick either. I was like maybe like in between. I was like 190 pounds. So it was a look for me. I looked good in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I wore like a 10, 12 and that was a good look. But over the years, yes, I have gained weight back. This is with me throughout my life. And I'm just really trying to be very acceptive to my plus size body, which I am. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take me for who I am or don't take me at all. So Friday, I decided I was going to do this try on, okay? And I did the try on. What I tell you was all day thing was a fucking all day thing. And I figured I'm going to take my time. I'm not rushing. I'm just going to take my time. So I had on my waist trainer, you know, the little latex black one. I had that on. I got a new one like a couple weeks back. And I put it on the first hook, then I could put it on the second hook. I guess maybe I should have got it a little bit tighter, but the first one that I tried on, girl, I couldn't breathe. I wasn't trying to be uncomfortable and never wear it. So, you know, I wear it on the second hooks now. So I did my try on, and when I tell you, I feel like the actual waist trainer made everything worse for me when I tried on my clothes. Like the area where I was trying to conceal and cover my belly area, it was not helping at all. It made it seem like it was very predominant, like very much there, very noticeable. And so I didn't like that. And though I'm not the only one with a fupa, or what I've been hearing is they're called apron bellies. Let me get to that in a second. So I feel like because I didn't like my pictures, I just felt like I'm just gonna redo some of the try on, like 4 outfits, that's it. But I just feel like the waist trainer wasn't doing it any good. It made it very, very noticeable. Now listen, I need, for real, the waist trainer that I have is this one. It's the normal one, you know, like this. And it has the long part in the front, longer in the front. That one. I don't feel like it's making me look any smaller. It's a waist trainer. It's supposed to help you train your waist. Y'all probably like, bitch, why you don't got it on right now? Because I'm hot and I didn't feel like putting it on right now. But I need something that is going to really compress my stomach area. And I really thought that this would be it, but I am not like a professional on shapewear and compression items. So I'm gonna need y'all to help me out with this. Seriously, I'm gonna need y'all to really help me out. If y'all got a website, if y'all know of a garment that I can get, because it's not that I don't like my fupa, but I don't really like it, okay? I want to look neat in my clothes. I don't wanna look like I got something right there that's stuffed. And that's what I was getting from the pictures when I wore this. And when I looked at it, I'm like, wow, it looks worse than it does without it. And I don't know, maybe I'm wearing the wrong garment, but here's the thing. Now, I call it a fupa, but I've seen other women call it an apron belly. Now, these women that has been calling it an apron belly are not like me. They're not my skin tone. They're not my ethnic background. So I don't know, maybe Black people, we call it a fupa, and white girls, they call it an apron belly. I don't know, but if it is a difference, I'm gonna need y'all to tell me that too, because I feel like it's a fupa, but in my opinion, in my honest opinion, not even opinion, in my honest facts, it is a little, it's hanging. It ain't hanging to my motherfucking knees, but it's enough. And it's not really bulgy, but it's enough. And I feel like the waist trainer is making it look worse in my clothing. So I'm gonna need somebody, please, somebody's to help me. Even if you could point me in the right direction or to a place where I need to go in person, I would appreciate that. But I just wanna feel neat in my clothing. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that a waist trainer is not what it's supposed to be to help me look smaller. I need something that's gonna compress and like really smooth me out. So I need you ladies and gentlemen, maybe, I don't know, to help a girl out with her garments, okay? Because that's what we all here for. Now, other than that, you guys, let me tell y'all. As I said, I've been trying so hard to be comfortable in my skin. And of course, I've had to buy new clothes, okay? Who don't? And remember I told y'all last week that I purchased some items from eBay? When I tell y'all, I have purchased 5 pair of Judy Blue jeans. I have purchased 5 pair of Judy Blue jeans. Now, mind you, I'm probably a little bit late on this trend of Judy Blue, but bitch, I ain't never even heard of Judy Blue until recently when I was looking for my old Forever 21 jeans on eBay, because I haven't been on eBay in a while. I don't really go in there like I used to. But when I pulled that up, I seen Judy Blue. I'm like, what the fuck is this Judy Blue? And why are these bitches selling these jeans for like, they're used for like $40, $30? Don't nobody want to buy your used jeans for $30, $40? Girl, so I go up to the Judy Blue website, you know what I'm saying? To see how much these jeans are, because like I thought it was y'all's like trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. Nah, bitch, them jeans is like $70, $80. Like, oh yeah, let me just get my ass right back on eBay, because I am not about to be paying that much for no pair of jeans. So I got them. I got 2 pairs in the mail already. Girl, they got some stretch to them. When I tell you them jeans is comfy, them jeans is comfy. I ain't never heard of no Judy Blue. And one time I heard of Judy Blue, and it was me just scrolling through TikTok, and it was one of them TikTok sales. This white lady, right? She had a little Western boots on and shit. She was selling them Judy Blue jeans, and I was like, oh, okay, they got stretch. I like them. And then when I see how much she was selling them for, I was like, bitch, bye. Fuck you and your motherfucking Judy Blue. I ain't even heard of them shits. Okay, where's the motherfucking guess of some shit like that? Judy Blue, girl. Another new fact that I just learned, okay? Besides the Judy Blue jeans, let me tell y'all. So when I was looking at these Judy Blue jeans, every last one of them in my size had a W behind them. Now, I'm like, what the fuck? Where's like the regular 16s? Or where's the regular 18s? Because I really wear 18 now, okay? I just need to admit to that. But it all depends on the jeans, right? So I'm like, what the hell? Y'all got all these big bitch jeans of his. This is what I'm thinking. Like forever, I've been thinking that the W behind the numbers was for really big women. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't plus size. It was like big sizes. I never knew that the W stood for more curve and a little bit more space. So a 16 versus a 16W is the 16W, it gives you a little bit more space in the waist, the hips, and the calf area, where plus size women are a little bit bigger. I said, no wonder why my 16W's Terra Sky jeans are so comfortable. I bought these jeans from the thrift store down the street last year. And when I tell you I wear them all the fucking time, I wear them all the time. They are by this brand that is in Walmart called Terra and Sky. And they are 16Ws. When I tell you they are so comfortable versus these other denim shorts that I have by another brand by Walmart, which is called No Boundaries, they're size 19 and they don't even fit comfortable like that. They have a stretch waist, but these Terra and Skies, they have a button zip fly. And 16Ws, they fit so comfortable. They fit so comfortable. So versus junior sizes. So now that I know what the W stands for, and I could have been Googled it and I could have been looked it up like forever ago, but I just assumed that that's what it was. So I didn't really have a thought to Google it. I'm like, girl, I'm about to get all W's in my jeans. I could just go get a 16W. So my jeans came from eBay by Judy Bloom. 2 pairs came. Now, the first 2 pairs I got was a 16W. But then I was like, well, girl, I might not need a 16W because I might really be a 14W. Please tell me why I bitch ordered 2 more pair of jeans and a 14W. Then when I got my 16Ws and I tried them on, I was like, oh, bitch, you might have to resell those 2 pair of jeans. So then I bought another pair and a 16W. Girl, listen, if y'all have ever wore Judy Blue jeans, what do y'all think about them? Like, really, I want to know in the comments, what are your thoughts on these Judy Blue jeans? Because I love denim. I love denim, but I refuse to wear jeans that make me feel uncomfortable. I need like some stretch in them. I don't like no stiff ass jeans that have no pull. I need like a good stretch. And girl, I've been looking at the tags because everybody show the tags. 1% stretch, 2% stretch, 2.9% Lycra. When it has Lycra, I think that's how you say it. Girl, I'm on it. Yes, I'm on it. I love all the stretch in the world, okay? Just make them jeans, but give me some stretch. So I need to know, what are y'all thoughts on the Judy Blue jeans? Because seriously, I am like obsessed now. And I cannot wait till I get my other 3 pair because girl, listen, yes, obsessed. And I also do like the brand Terra and Sky. If you are a plus size diva like myself and you have a Walmart in your area, check out that brand Terra and Sky because they have like, in my opinion, some very nice jeans. They are very comfortable. And I also do have another pair by them. They're very comfortable. They have nice amount of stretch to them and they're affordable. So yeah, and if you have the Terra and Sky brand, let me know what your thoughts are them. I need to know your thoughts, okay? I want to know your thoughts. I need to know your thoughts on the garment because I need something to help me look a lot neater. And I need to know your thoughts on these Judy Blues, okay? Let me know what's up with these Judy Blues. So for today's video, we do have a sponsor. I've once again partnered up with one of my favorite perfume companies, which is Dossier. So if you have not heard of Dossier, girl, then I don't know what to tell you, but if you love good inspired scents, perfume, if you love to smell good, then girl, watch this ad right now for Dossier perfumes. Okay, you guys, I absolutely love Dossier. I love the fact that they're very affordable compared to so many other inspired perfume brands. I think Dossier is the one that to me was like my first one to ever be able to test out. And also, I feel like their perfumes are like very fairly price point. I don't know about you, but I'm not about to be paying $60, $70, $80 for an inspired scent. Like, no, ma'am. But Dossier has a great membership where you can spend your coins monthly or you can just continue to stack them. They also do offer great return policy as well as some free shipping. Now, this scent for this week is in a repeat mode at my house. Probably like 3 or 4 times already, which is Ambery Vanilla. Ambery Vanilla is inspired by Yves Saint Laurent's Black Opium. Now, what I will tell you about this perfume right here is my daughter Mumsy effing loves this. When I tell you this is like her 3rd bottle, this is her 3rd bottle. I have the authentic Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent, and when I tell you they do smell exactly alike, they smell exactly alike. That's the one reason why I do like Dossier so much is because I have like a lot of the perfumes that are authentic, and when I compare them to their inspired scents, they do smell 99.9. You are the inspired scent. Okay, yeah, girl. Ambery Vanilla is one that is a repeat at my home constantly, which is great. My daughter Mumsy loves it. So Dossier, y'all are doing it big with Ambery Vanilla. And if you love Yves Saint Laurent's Black Opium, then you definitely want to check out Ambery Vanilla. Last but not least is also a repeat. And this is my 2nd time getting it. And I've also got this once for my daughter Tati. but I love this scent and I actually do have it on today. So floral lavender is like one of my all-time favorites. So this is my floral lavender and she is very low. So that is the reason why I got this. And when I tell you, like, this one gives me the most compliments ever. Floral Lavender is inspired by Yves Saint Laurent's Libre. Do have two Yves Saint Laurent inspired perfumes right here. And when I tell you that this is dead smack on, this is dead smack on. So if you want to spend a little bit of cash and smell like you got class, baby, you definitely want to check out Floral Lavender. But if you like it dark and you like a little spark, then check out Ambery Vanilla. I'm pretty sure that they will have all the boys, all the girls saying hello, okay? So on that note, check the description box down below for this week's inspired scents. Okay, guys, so also I forgot to mention this to you, but I was watching Instagram. I was on like an Instagram reel, something like that, and this girl popped up on my feed. She was basically saying how she loved this sweater. She bought it from this site and she's addicted to it. So I'm like, what is this about? It's called Whatnot. It's the Whatnot app. Now, girl, listen, it's basically people like you and me who in their house just doing bids. It's like eBay, but it's live, and they have like all types of shit. So I go on there and I register my name and everything, and my paying information, my address. But when I tell you I bought 3 pair of Vans the same day, 3 pair. One was $28, one pair was $31, and another pair was $29. This one guy, he sells Converses and Vans, and I think he has other sneakers too, but for these particular days, he's just been doing Converses and Vans, but they brand new. He buys like pallets of them. Free shipping, so you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's up. And the bids start off at $25 for the pair of sneakers, but they're only 5 seconds long. So you can sit there for 5 seconds and get yourself a pair of sneakers. And he has multiple of them in like the same shoe in different sizes or same sizes. He has like multiple sneakers, mad sneakers. So Whatnot app, I've never heard of this. And when I was telling my daughter Nay about it, she said it's from the creators of TikTok. Girl, I don't even know, but now I'm addicted to something else. So girl, listen, if you have never heard of the Whatnot app, look up Whatnot. Girl, amazing stuff. They have ladies selling purses, clothing for $1 that starts at $1, all type of shit. I follow like some people now. Like, I've been watching it for 3 days and I got me 3 pairs of sneakers for that price with free shipping. Girl, you can't go wrong. So when they get here, I'll definitely show you what I purchased, but it's very addicting and it's definitely worth it. We got 2 real talks today. I don't even really know if the first one is a real talk. I mean, I guess it would be. She titled it as such. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess it would be considered a real talk, but let's get into it. If you need a real talk about you, somebody in your family, your friends, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mama, your baby daddy, whoever, go ahead and send me an email to muffinismylovers2012@gmail.com, or you can also use April's Real Talk at gmail.com. Please put in the subject line Real Talk for either one that you decide to use. If you want to change the name of the people that you are talking about, go ahead and let me know so in the email. And if you don't change the names, then I may or may not change them for you. It just depends. But let's just get into this real talk, girl. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Real Talk. Hi, Miss April. How are you? I am so happy to be able to watch Real Talk again. I haven't seen your videos pop up on my feed in a while. I enjoy your Real Talk, but I would really like to know about you. I have been watching you for about 5 years now, and you are a very funny and engaging person. Okay, thank you. I'm really curious to know, what are the things that you like to do? What is your favorite color? What type of music do you like to listen to? What do you like doing in your free time? What type of clothing do you like to wear? What is your favorite holiday? What do you do in your spare time? Also, what made you even start doing YouTube? I've heard you talk about being on YouTube for a while, and I'm very interested in knowing what made you move to Arizona as I've seen in many of the comments. And before then, where did you live? How do you like your new transition into a different place of living? I hope this wasn't too intrusive. I feel like I was being nosy, but I wasn't trying to be. I'm just very interested in because I like to listen to what you have to say to others, and I want to know more about you as a person. Do you like to wear wigs? Do you wear wigs often? How many kids do you have? And I believe you have 6 grandchildren, but correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you, April, for taking the time to read my email. My name is Natasha, by the way, and I am a 43-year-old Hispanic woman, and I live in South Dakota. Not really much going on here, but I am very interested to know about you as a person. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, Natasha, so listen. Natasha want to know about your girl, and I like that. Listen, let me tell you something. I like that. I hope you guys can hear me, because let me tell y'all, I don't want the fan to be like making too much noise, so I hope y'all can hear me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move over this way so that way I could be out of the way of the fan. Or maybe I shouldn't. Let me just stay my ass right here, okay? Maybe I'll just turn the damn fan off and I'll just sweat to death and I'll just die on camera or pass out on camera. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll help me lose a couple of pounds. But anyway, so Natasha want to know all about me. What I like to do, what's my favorite colors, okay? So we're gonna start off with the first one, because this is good. I like to talk about me. I like to talk about myself. Let me stop playing. But I like being asked questions, okay? And I'm glad that you're interested in me, Natasha. It's not nosy. You're not being very intrusive. It's just that you may not know certain things about me that others may know, depending on when you started following me. So I appreciate you getting in my business like I be in y'all business, okay? So the first question she asked me is, what is your favorite color? So my favorite color has been pink in my entire life. It used to be pink and purple, but then I kind of like geared away from purple for a while, and then I got back into purple. But to say the least, it would be pink, because I just love pink. I love everything pink. It's girly. It reminds me of Barbie, which is like a huge thing to me. I love Barbie. I have like about 100 and something of them in my collection that have never been opened. I love Barbie. I am like a huge Barbie girl, so I think that's why I do like pink. Though you may not see me wear a lot of pink on camera, and it only has to do with the lighting. So I try to wear clothing attire that's more light friendly, so I don't have to sit up here and change the settings all the time. So I would say pink is definitely my favorite color, and also purple. But I really don't wear purple like I used to. Certain colors just don't look good on me. So the colors that I would like to wear on myself are pink and like a royal blue. I do love royal blue, but girl, I also love black, blackity black, girl. I love the color black. A lot of people may say that black is not a color, but girl, it is. But more or less, I do love pink. And if I had to choose, I do have several favorite colors. It's yellow, purple, pink, and royal blue. But the most two that I gear to is pink and yellow. Pink is the number one in my book. And then my room is decorated in purple. So I would say purple and then yellow. But if I have to wear it, it's definitely pink and yellow all the time. All day, every day. I love pink. Like you can't be a girly girl if you're not like a lover of pink, in my opinion. To me, but who am I to say? Okay, so she says, what are the things you like? She said, I'm really curious to know, what are the things that you like to do? What do I like to do? I really like to chill, okay? That's my number one thing. I like to stay out of the way. I really like to stay safe. Bitch, I really like to just chill. I like to smoke weed a lot in my house, on my own time, in my house, in my home. I do smoke weed. I like doing that. That's my thing, okay? I'm not an addict, but I just do like to smoke weed. I don't drink anymore. I've stopped drinking like for over a month now. I just really didn't find the importance of it like that. And also I've noticed that when I drink, I get really bad heartburn, indigestion. I get really bad heartburn, and it also makes me use the bathroom, not like the other end, a lot. So I really just prefer not to drink anymore. So I stopped drinking. So what I like to do is I like to sit and chill. I love to chill. I like to be at home a lot. I like to relax. I like to make wigs. I like to have hobbies. Okay, I'm a very hobby-focused person, because I feel like if you have a hobby, that means you have something to do, and that something to do may keep you out of trouble. So I do have quite a lot of hobbies, not a lot, but a significant amount, which is making wigs. I love to make wigs. Even if no one was to buy them, I think I would still love to make wigs, because it allows me to be able to watch TV and do something. I'm the type of person who needs to be doing something all the time. I cannot just sit still and just watch TV like that, because that's just total boredom for me. So for me, I need to be able to do something while watching TV. So I think that's why I have a significant amount of hobbies. Another thing that I like to do is I like to color. I'm a huge advocate for coloring. It gives me peace. It allows me to stay off my phone. It allows me to focus. It also allows me to think of things positively and just to clear my mind. So I feel like anybody who colors is like an artist and just like a peaceful person. So I love coloring. I don't use crayons. I use markers. I have like a huge marker collection. My daughter Tati just bought me 3 coloring books last week, brand new, but I probably got about a good 40 coloring books here to choose from. I love coloring. That is my thing. I also like to make jewelry. Those are the things that I like to do. I love to make jewelry. I do have a jewelry website and a wig website. And so the things that I like to do, I instill it in my everyday life. Other than that, what else do I like to do? I love to chill with my family. That's like my number one important thing in my life, is to be able to connect with my family and just be a positive outlook to them. And I also want to be a great memory for them when I'm no longer here. I want my kids and my grandchildren to be able to speak about me in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm not going to be here to hear them, I still want them to have good, positive memories of their mother and their grandmother. So I do try to spend a lot of time with my kids and my grandkids, because family is important to me. Family is really important. And I don't have a lot of friends, but in a part of me is like, I don't really need a lot of friends if my family is always a part of my life. So those are the things that I like to do. And my favorite color. What type of music do you listen to? Do you like to listen to? Well, y'all gonna be really surprised, but so the type of music that I listen to, I like pop, I like rock, I like alternative, I like country, I like some hip hop, I love R&B, but I love alternative. I like a mixture of a lot of things. I feel like, because both of my parents are from 2 different places. My mom is from New York. You know what I'm saying? So my mom moved to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which is a very small town. There's like Mormons and Amish people that live there. But there are other people too, but right? So the first 4 years of my life, I lived there with my father and my mom, and then they separated and I went back to New York City. So because I was mainly raised with my mom, I love R&B, I like hip hop, you know what I'm saying, rap, you know what I mean, shit like that. I like that. That would be like my number one go-to. But my dad, he was born and raised in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So he is like, that's where he's at on the music. No, my dad don't listen to R&B. My dad don't listen to rap. He listened to like pop. So a lot of music has been instilled for me for both of my parents. So like my mom never listened to Prince. Like there's no way my mom would have ever listened to Prince. She doesn't like Prince. He was not that type of music, but my dad did. And so I love Prince. As an artist, I love fucking Prince. And I don't know what you would call that, pop or whatever, but I love Prince. I love Queen. You know, Queen, like Bohemian Rhapsody and We Are the Champions. I love them. I love Madonna. You know what I'm saying? I love Debbie Gibson. I love Britney Spears. I love like a lot of different artists. So my music genre is like, I don't want to say it's all over the place, but it kind of like is. I love country. I'm just very adaptable. Like I like all type of music. There was a time when I used to listen to opera. I mean, opera is very soothing. It has a story behind it. The voices are beautiful. If you can hit a note that high, then bitch, you definitely need to be listened to. So I like all different type of music. That's just me. Like I don't I just don't leave anybody out, you know, single anybody out. I like what I like. What do you like to do in your free time? Well, I think I kind of like answer that. In my free time, I don't really have free time, but I do have free time because I work for myself. So I figure what I do in my free time is make wigs. When I'm not working on editing a video or taking pictures of wigs or posting up my wigs, working on my website, then in my free time, I do like to make wigs. I do like to make jewelry. I like to color, and also I like to paint faces. So because I ain't got nobody personally to paint their face, I use my mannequins. I've been redoing my mannequins over. In my spare time, I like to do faces. I like to do makeup on faces, and I don't really want to do it on a human being's face because I want to take my all day time. So I would prefer to do it on my mannequins. And over the years, as I perfected them, it's become so easy. So I like to do that in my spare time. I smoke a little weed as I do all my work. So that's what I like to do in my spare time. Okay. What else did Natasha ask me? What type of clothing do you like to wear? Well, that's just like, I don't know how to really answer that. I don't know. I'm not like, I don't know. I think like because my mom was really strict on how I would dress, I've never had the privilege of wearing Daisy Duke booty shorts. I've never had the privilege of wearing any type of jean shorts like that. I've never had the privilege of wearing any type of mini skirts or mini dresses. Never. So when I get dressed, I like to be covered up. I don't want my body exposed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people are comfortable wearing like bralettes in public or with their ass cheeks hanging out. I just can't do that. So what I like to wear is, I like to be comfortable. That's the number one thing. If it's comfortable, then bitch, I'm wearing it. If it's too revealing, I'm not gonna wear it. But if it's comfortable and classy, I'm gonna wear it. On my day-to-day, you'll see me wearing like a t-shirt because I'm a huge fan of graphic tees. I love graphic tees that have sayings on them. I like white tees, but I like shit like this. Like this says, proud mother of a few dumbass kids. My daughter Tati bought this for me. And it's very soft, so I love this t-shirt. I like clothes that are comfortable, that have elastic, bitch, okay? Give me like, I need a good pair of jeans. That's my favorite jeans. I love bell-bottom jeans, like huge bell-bottom jeans. I love bell-bottom jeans. What else do I like to wear? I like to wear sweatpants. I'm not really like a legging type of girl anymore. I used to like to wear leggings a lot, but I stopped wearing them because I just really got tired of seeing women in public wearing leggings, but the way they were wearing them was kind of like indecent. Like they were giving themselves self-made wedgies and shit like that. And I don't like stuff like that. I don't want to be out in public where anyone is looking at my ass. And because I've gained weight, my butt has gotten much bigger. So I don't really want to be in public where where men or women are like gawking or glorifying my ass, because I've been asked several times, where did I go get my butt done? Because it looks so natural. Girl, my legs match. I got big thighs, big legs, and a big ass. It all matches. So I like to wear comfortable clothing. For one, that's the number one. I love good, comfortable clothing. I like stuff that has elastic in it. I like fabrics that don't make me sweat. I feel like because I have been stripped of my womanly insides, like I had a full hysterectomy, certain clothing does not sit well with me. Like a lot of the fabrics that you'll feel from like Shein, they don't really mix well with me. So a lot of the things that I like from Shein, I'm not really able to wear because it has me sweating. I don't like shirts that are too close to my neck because I have hot flashes, so it makes me hotter. So I like clothes that are like away from my neck area that are a certain softness, like cotton. I'm not a huge fan of rayon and polyester. I love a good cotton and linen because it breathes well and it's very flattering. I don't like my clothes too tight. I do like fitting clothes depending on the time and event. But more or less, if I'm an everyday girl, then I'm wearing like a t-shirt and some sweats or like some really comfortable jeans. You know what I'm saying? That's me. Okay, so you asked me this, what do you do in your free time? What do you do in your spare time? Those are the same questions, so I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna skip over the what do you do in your spare time, because it's the same. What is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is Christmas, okay? I love Christmas. I don't really care for Thanksgiving because I gotta be the one always doing the cooking. I don't really care about Halloween because it's for one day and it's kind of like a pagan type of holiday. I don't really consider it a holiday, so it's not for me. Valentine's Day, well, whatever. You need to show somebody love every day. My favorite time of the year is Christmas because I am able to decorate my entire house outside and fill my lawn up with all of these holiday floaties and blow-ups. And in my house, I have 2 Christmas trees because I have 2 living rooms, and I just fill my house up. And I've never been able to do that when I was living in like New York, because I'm here and it's like perfect weather all year round and I have a bigger home. I'm able to do more. And I just really love to watch my kids and my grandkids open their gifts and watch their expressions. That's my thing. Like, I love to watch them open their gifts. That's it. I love Christmas. I like to eat on Thanksgiving, but girl, please, I'd rather not, okay? What made me even start doing YouTube? Okay, so I've been doing YouTube. My daughter, Mumsy, will be 18 in August. So I've been doing YouTube since my daughter, Mumsy, was like 9 months. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I really didn't know what YouTube was, like for real, for real. And this was like in 2009 or 2008. I think it was 2008, you know what I'm saying? Because my daughter was born in 2007. So my mom, and I tell this story all the time, my mom loves animals. My mom loves animals. So she would always send me like these little funny animal things, like via AOL, AIM, Instant Messenger, or through my email. She would, she would link them to me. So I would watch like silly ads or like silly videos for animals, but I never knew what I was watching it on. You know what I'm saying? Like I would watch it and then I would just get off of it. And so I never heard about like no YouTube. I didn't even know what she was watching or where she was finding these. I never thought to ask. I just was like, okay, and I would watch it. So in the midst of my mom sending me these, I wanted to perfect my look, okay? I wanted to start wearing makeup. So I went on the internet. I went on Explorer and I typed in how to do your makeup. And every time I would type it in, these videos would keep popping up for YouTube. And I would be like, what the fuck is this? I'm not watching this crap. I need to read an article. This is what I'm thinking. I'm going to read an article. So then I finally was like, let me watch this one video that keeps popping up. And I was like, shocked. Bitch, I was floored. I was hooked since then. I was hooked ever since then. Now, true indeed, they didn't really teach me how to do my makeup that good because I don't really feel like I'm an artist at it. But I really feel like it really started doing YouTube because I would sit there and watch. And that's all I had to do. I had 5 kids and I would sit there and watch. And, I had a job, but in my spare time, I really didn't have like too many hobbies. I wasn't wearing wigs. I had my own hair, which was probably like the same length of this wig. I just had a baby, and I wanted to beef up my looks. So I wanted to change my hairstyle because I wasn't trying to cut my hair and I wasn't trying to dye my hair. So I started, exploring it. Google wasn't even out then. So when I kept seeing these videos pop up, I finally decided, let me watch. And so that's when I decided I wanted to do YouTube. It wasn't even right then and there. I just felt like, you know what? I would stand in the mirror, no lie, don't fucking laugh, okay? And I would pretend like I don't even want to talk about this, but it sounds lame, right? Because in New York, when I moved upstate New York, I didn't have no friends. So, you know what I'm saying? I was a homebody. So I would watch these videos and then I started like pretending like I was in the camera. Like I would do my hair and I would do my makeup in the morning and I would just like, hey everybody, how's it going? And I would just, do fake invisible tutorials. And so one day I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna show people how to do makeup. And this was like my number one thing. I wanted to learn how to do some makeup. And then once I was learning it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start making my own videos of how to do makeup. Because I really felt like I was doing the damn thing. So my first initial videos were of makeup, and this is on my old channel. 2 first initial videos were about makeup, which really I didn't get a lot of hits. The whole staging and formatting of YouTube was totally different. People kept asking me about this fucking half wig that I had on. Is that your hair? And I kept saying no. So my thing was I was never going to show people how to put on a wig on the internet. I was not going to do that. There was no way that I was going to do that. And I made up my mind. I'm not about to show nobody how to put on a wig. Oh, hell fucking no. But I ended up, and that's how I became viral and that's how I became known. So YouTube is like another hobby of mine because I enjoy being able to talk to you guys. So yeah, that's it. How do you like your new transition into a different place of living? Well, I love it here. I love it here, Natasha. The only thing that I don't like anymore is the price of like everything. And I guess I get that. That's just not here. It's also everywhere in the world. But I love Arizona, but I wish they would stop building shit. Like when I first moved here, there's a lot going on, but they are building upon building upon building upon building upon building. Buildings sitting next to each other. They got this one place, this new townhouse development that they already done built. Girl, please tell me why it is right behind the Fry's gas station. While you pumping gas, you can look into people's windows, like that type of shit. Like serious, no lie. When you pumping gas, you can look into people's windows, and those same people's, that's their view, the gas station. Like they putting shit too close together, and that's really not cool in my opinion. I like Arizona, but I don't like that they keep building shit. Like, can y'all find somewhere else to fucking go to? That was my answer to Natasha. Okay, I hope I answered that really good for you. Okay, so we're gonna move right along now to the next real talk. I appreciate that, Natasha, because sometimes people just don't know who you are and they don't really know how to approach you and ask you like the things that you like to do or why you're here or why did you start doing this. I just feel like it definitely wasn't intrusive, and as a person you get to know a person. So I appreciate you taking the time out to ask me those questions about me. I appreciate that because a girl like to talk about herself. No, I don't really like to talk about myself, but I do appreciate it. Okay, so moving right along. Real talk. She titled it, she cheated on her husband with her cousin, and he told the husband the baby ain't his. Hello, Miss April. My name is Holly, and my family is nothing but chaos. Recently, I did the unthinkable. Like, I'm not the one saying unthinkable, but my family has. I've been married for a little over 4 years to a man who was my high school teacher. He is 15 years older than me. I am 23 and a half years old. He and I have been married for a little over 4 years. We have no kids together. He doesn't have any kids at all that I know of. I don't know, Miss April. I don't think I was ready mentally to be married. Like, I had my entire life to get married. I just want to enjoy my youth. Because my husband is 15 years older than me, he's not into all the things I like to do that I enjoy doing. I do put up with his poker nights with his boys, his man cave, his trips for work, etc. I deal with all of that, but he doesn't like the things that I do. Currently, I'm in medical school. I'm trying to continue my career so I don't have to rely on a man, not even my own husband. As I said, he doesn't like doing the things that I enjoy. He claims the things that I like to do is immature. So when I want to do clubbing or just go out dancing, of course, I'll call on my girlfriends or family members to tag along with me, but my husband prefers not to come. I have even hung out with my husband's family members at a time. He has this one cousin who always come around. He's 5 years older than me, but we enjoy the same things. We would work out together, go to the parks and shopping together, go rave parties together, fashion week, etc. He and I were always together, and my husband was fine with that, as he felt his cousin Keith was keeping me company and doing things with me that my husband wasn't up for. Well, because of this, me and Keith have gotten close, really close. Spending that much time with someone has become my best friend. And then one thing led to another, and we became lovers. April, I know what you're going to say, but I love this man, and we have spent so much time together that we really know one another. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to end up pregnant by Keith. I was going to file for a divorce and tell my husband, but Keith told him before me. My husband was excited about me being pregnant when he found the test in the trash. Of course, I said it was his. He didn't even ask me, was he the father? He just knew, and he was so happy. He started bragging about it to his friends and family, and my family. When we had a family gathering, Keith came over. Husband was saying to Keith how he and I wouldn't be able to hang out like we normally do because I was expecting. Nothing was said at the time of the family gathering because Keith was shocked to hear the news as well. He didn't know I wasn't trying to tell anyone that this is the reason why I threw the test in the trash. I needed to take my time and figure out how and what I was going to say. Well, long story short, Keith came over a few months after hearing the news about my pregnancy. Keith was always coming over, but on this particular day, he and my husband had got into it. It had to do with money and family trips. My husband called Keith lonely and mad and jealous, wishing he had a woman or wife like himself, and that is why he's always hanging around me. Miss April, they got into arguing and being really low down disrespectful to one another. Keith finally got fed up and said, "This is why your baby isn't your baby. Your wife loves me and has loved me for all these years." Miss April, this is where the fists start blowing. Police were called and I was kicked out. I am now living with Keith where I am most happy at. Of course, my family is upset and feels like I ruined my life because of my actions. I'm still not really sure whose baby this is because I was sleeping with both men at the same time. I have a couple of months left to this pregnancy, and then I will find out. My husband wants nothing to do with me or the child. My family members, meaning my mother and father, have basically disowned me. They won't speak to me and are siding with my husband. I really wanted this pregnancy to be fruitful and beautiful, but it hasn't. I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Me and Keith get along so well, but is he the one I want to spend my life with? I'm not sure. I really don't know what to do. Please help me. Thank you, Holly. So Holly got a little dilemma, okay? Holly got a big dilemma. So her husband is 15 years older than her, and she's 23, which makes him 38. So I guess as a 38-year-old, you don't want to just like, I don't know, maybe he's established more and he's in his grown man era. Not saying that she's not, but here's the thing. She is 23. They've been married for 4 years. So what was she, like 19 when they got married? She was 19, which means she just recently graduated from high school. And that was her high school teacher. So this has got me thinking, how the fuck does your high school teacher marry you when you're 19 years old, which means that y'all been dating while y'all was in school, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe they hooked up after she graduated. I don't even know. But what's strange to me is how could you really want to fuck with one of your students? I mean, I guess love is love, but in me personally, my opinion, I feel like there was something going on. I feel like he was giving her googly eyes, hard eyes before she even graduated, before she even left that school, while she was his student. I don't really know. But here's my thing, Holly. You are in a dilemma that I cannot help you out of. So what you really need to do is figure things the fuck out. Now, I understand you might feel for your husband, your teacher husband, whatever he is. Yeah, he don't like doing the things you do. That's okay. There are a lot of couples that are married that don't like to do the things that the other couples do. But they also know how to compromise. And it seems like your husband, your teaching ass husband, don't know how to compromise. And maybe somebody needs to teach his ass. That's what you do. But at the end of the day, he pushed his cousin and his family members off on you to hang out with you because he didn't want to do the things that you did. And I'm not saying that this is all his fault, and I'm not saying this is all your fault. It's the both of y'all together combined that it's your fault. But I get that. However, your husband should have been able to compromise with you. And maybe none of this would have happened, okay? Maybe the falling in love with Keith, who is 5 years older than you, he's 28. Of course he's going to like to do the things you do. Not saying that your husband doesn't, but you know what I'm saying? Of course he's 25. He may be a little bit more on your maturity level, where your husband, he might be a little bit more older than what he is mentally because he's been teaching people. Now, I don't really know what grade level he's teaching, but you said you're a high school teacher, so he's teaching students, and so his mentality may be a little bit more than yours because he has to deal with these type of people every day, and so he might be a little bit more mature. Maybe he doesn't want to go out clubbing, maybe he doesn't want to go out dancing, but here's the thing: as a man and as a husband, he was supposed to be able to compromise with you. Just like you stated, you don't mind his man cave, you don't mind him playing poker with his boys, you don't mind him going on trips with his job, so you deal with it. But I think that is bad, and it was wrong of him not to deal with the things that you like, because you compromised with him and he didn't compromise with you. And now you got a baby with his cousin who was giving you more and more of his time, and y'all became friends, got to know one another, and that's what happens. I don't really feel sorry for her husband, only because for one, I feel like, yo, dude, was you eyeing her when she was in your classroom? That for one right there just threw me off the loop. And for two, you didn't compromise with her. You don't send your wife out to the wolves. It's like he pushed her out the door to the wolves, to whatever. You know what I'm saying? To life. He just pushed her out there to the elements and was like, well, you know what? You deal with it on your own. And Keith, you could deal with her on your own, which sucks. So then when they had the family gathering, he had the nerve to tell Keith, well, you're not going to be able to hang out and do the things that y'all used to do because my wife is pregnant. Dude, like seriously, your husband needs to take a class in how to be a motherfucking husband, because it's about compromise. There's no way the relationship is going to work if neither one of y'all are trying to compromise and work together and come together as a whole. Listen, let me tell you something. I may not be married anymore, but it was about compromising too. Like, I compromised a lot with my ex's drinking and getting drunk and going back in jail. I compromised. But the things that I needed to do, he didn't want to compromise. Like, he would always complain about how I'm always on the computer, editing my videos, or I'm recording videos. Dude, you were here for a majority of the time, and I had to make ends meet. This is my living. This is what I do now. Because I'm not compromising with you, dude, why should I compromise? Because you don't compromise with me, why should I compromise with you? I've been compromising with you for all these years. Your drinking, your jail habits, I've been compromising. What do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? So when people don't want to compromise and look and work together, it's not going to work out. Your husband basically threw you to the wolves. Even though Keith is not a wolf, he threw you out there because he didn't want to deal with you, which sucks, because that is definitely not going to make a good marriage. What's that saying? Happy life? Happy wife is a happy life, and you weren't happy. Not saying that what you did was right, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like what Holly did was just natural. It's part of life. Like, her husband wasn't giving her no time and affection and attention. So what was she supposed to do? She was getting all of that from his family member, and they became a thing. I don't feel bad for your husband at all, but I hope that he can learn that from this situation, he has to be able to compromise. Now, here's the thing. You not knowing whose baby it is, you're not the first woman in the world, and you're definitely not going to be the last one that's going to not know who baby father is. But you'll have that opportunity when the baby is born. However, I do know, I might be watching too much TV, okay? You know, from Sister, you know, that show, Tyler Perry's sister, when Karen, she found out the baby's, who the baby father was while she was still pregnant. Now, listen, I don't know if that's a thing, because I've never had that issue in my life to where I needed to get that done. But if that is for real, then you know what, Holly, I would definitely do that. Or you can just wait until the time comes. But if you really want to know, and if that is a thing that you can do, then I would definitely find out who the father of my child is at the time of pregnancy. You only have 2 men to bottle it down to, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's either Keith or your husband. And Keith is with you, you guys are together, so he can swap and see who the father is. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how that works with cousins or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that you can find whose baby father is, you know what I'm saying, while you're pregnant. But the one thing that I don't like that you wrote, Holly, is me and Keith get along so well, but is he the one I want to spend my life with? I'm not sure. I really don't know what to do. So first of all, sweetheart, you are very young. You're 23 years old. Not saying you need to plan your life out, but you need to plan your motherfucking life out, girl, okay? You can't just keep going hopping and hopping from one man to the next. I know that people do that. I know that women do that. I know that men do that. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of life. But you need to settle down. If you're trying to work in your medical school, you're going to school, you got a good man who you enjoy, y'all have a lot in common, why not try to make it work? You know what I'm saying? Why not be there for the long haul? Let me tell you about relationships, okay? Because I think I would know, even though I'm not married anymore, there was good in my marriage. There was really good too. And the one thing that I miss, okay, about my relationship with my ex is the laughter, the laughter. You ever be with somebody that you could just be your whole self with? You don't have to put on a front. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to limit yourself. Like with me and him, I could be silly. And when I tell you I'm a silly person, I'm definitely a silly person. I just don't show that on camera, but I am a very silly person. And he accepted me for that. And he was silly too. And we had lots of laughs and we had really good times. And so I do miss those things about him. I really feel like the downfall was the drinking, you know, and that's the reason why I moved here too, is just to get away from that life and just to get away from him. And then we ended up getting back together, and then his mom passed and he went back to Schenectady and he started drinking again. And now he just drinks, and I don't know. I haven't spoken to him over a year, but when you find somebody that you can totally relate to in a relationship and y'all have so much in common, but when you could relate to somebody and you guys have like a lot of similarities, why would you want to push them away? Like, I understand, Holly, you may not understand or you're unsure, but I'm not saying go with the flow, but if you enjoy his presence and you enjoy the time you spend with him and you guys have a lot in common, then I would say try to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Don't have negative thoughts. As for your family who feel like you ruined your life, well, you know what? Family is who they are. You can never change a person. You may not be able to change your mom and dad's thoughts because they feel like, oh, well, you were married, this man has a good job, he's career oriented. But if this was my daughter, if you were my daughter, not saying anything bad about your parents, but if you were my daughter, I would really be speculating this man. Like, why is your teacher wanting to date you and then marry you? That would be like my main concern. Like, were you with my daughter when she was in high school, et cetera, et cetera. That would be my main concern. But I understand we as parents, we do get disappointed with our children at times, but just give them a moment to breathe, give them time. I feel like once your baby is here, all the thoughts may diminish. If they feel like you still ruined your life, then sometimes you just have to prove them wrong. Sometimes we just got to prove people wrong. It's not even the fact of wording it. We just got to show and prove. That's all. We have to show and prove that our lives wasn't ruined. We got to show and prove that we are able to stand 10 toes on our own. And we got to show and prove that our career is our career and this is what it's going to be. Sometimes you just got to allow that negative energy to move and roll into positive. That's all I can tell you. As a parent, yeah, I've been disappointed many times with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that. We all know that. But as a parent, I've also been able to forgive my children and allow them to grow from their experience and mistake. You know what I'm saying? Never once did I ever tell any of my kids, you ruined your life. But I just feel as a parent, we always want better for our children. It's just the way that we may go about it, wording it and rephrasing it. I ain't never said that I was the best mother in this world, because I ain't. But I know from learning experience how to conduct myself. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this, Holly. Her name is Holly, right? I just feel like this. You're going to find your place. You're going to find your purpose. But you got to settle down sometime in your life. And when you have children, that's the best time to start. Is to settle down in your life. Not saying settle down with a person, but settle down in your life and be stable and continue doing what's right for you and what's right for them kids. As for your husband, it's sad. It's a bitter breakup. But in the long term, he will understand, and maybe he will understand where he messed up and where he went wrong. And maybe sometimes we got to tell people where they went wrong so that way they can understand. You know what I'm saying, Holly? I wish you nothing but the best. And as for Keith, some people probably feel like, oh, he was wrong for that. Sometimes, you know what? People may feel like you're wrong for things, but you cannot help what the heart wants. And I'm not saying Holly was right in this, and I'm not saying Holly was wrong. I'm not saying nobody was right or wrong in this, but I just feel like better communication would have allowed all of this to work out in a much better setting. That's all I'm saying, better communication. And because your husband doesn't seem like he's good at communication, maybe that's where his ass needs to take class on, okay? So you guys, leave Holly your thoughts on what would you do in this circumstance. Don't feel bad about who you love. Never feel bad about who you love. And it's unfortunate for the way that it went down, but you know what? Sometimes things are put in place because things are meant to happen. That's my thoughts. I love y'all. I'm about to go try these motherfucking clothes on again, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.